And welcome back. It's New Comic Book Day. Just a reminder, I will be closed on Friday, July 4th, like just about every other business. I'm not even sorry about that. Just there's family and gatherings and stuff, so it's easier this way. And you'll be busy too. But for now, let's take a look at some new comics. Adventure Time. The Authority Relentless. This is the beginning of the Authority from the first issue. Warren Ellis and Brian Hitch. This series is astoundingly good. Was a little shocking at the time, and that was great. This, of course, is part of DC's Compact Series line. There's another Authority thing coming up later in the video. Avengers, still part of One World Under Doom. Batgirl. Batman 89 Echoes. This is late enough. This is the last issue of the series. This is late enough that I don't remember if it came out last year or not. It's been going for a very long time, but it's now finished, and we're thankful for that. It was a great idea, but it didn't work out so well, scheduling-wise. Detective Comics. This collects part of the recent run. Birds of Prey. Bring on the Bad Guys continues with Green Goblin. And 2 covers. And 3 covers. New Captain America series by Chip Zdarsky. This should be fun. I hope to get to read this. This is a neat cover. It was funny. I'm enjoying most of Villalobos's covers. That's not a problem. But I looked at this, and on first glance, I said, man, that's not designed very well. It looks like he's fallen out of a plane. It's exactly what he's doing. It's kind of perfect. And then Chip does a cover, which is, if you didn't know, Chip Zdarsky's also an artist. Not the same kind of artist, but it's fine. Daredevil Epic Collection. This is from Brubaker's run. Some quality artwork in that series. A lot of people love that run. And then a newer issue of Daredevil. Fantastic Four. This is a facsimile edition of issue number 50 from a billion years ago. It's not the first appearance of the Silver Surfer, but it's the first full story of Surfer. The previous issue was focused on Galactus showing up. And then a DK Super Readers, level 3 for Fantastic Four. Flash Gordon, The Girl from Infinity. That's a graphic novel from Paper Cuts. Ghostbusters, Dead Man's Chest continues. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. Godzilla Heist. Godzilla vs. Thor in the series of one-shots of Godzilla versus Marvel characters. Some fun covers. Little Walt Simonson. Gotham City Sirens gets another miniseries, Unfit for Orbit. 2 covers. 3 covers. And a shiny cover. Absolute Green Lantern. And 2 covers there. Sisterhood from Hyde Street, part of the Ghost Machine family. Invincible, the new editions of collections, that's volume 10. JSA. The Madman. Madmaniverse library. It's a Madman compendium. Just a ton of early Madman stories from Michael Allred. I'm really enjoying companies putting these compendiums together. They're just super handy for the older stuff that's harder to find. Marvel's doing these double features. They're mostly prose with some adjacent artwork, so good for your young readers. This one's Black Panther and Doctor Strange, and this one's Spider-Man, Ms. Marvel. And then a step into reading, step 2, for Nightmare Before Christmas. I like giving the kids stuff to read. Nightwing, that collects recent issues of the current series. Power Rangers Prime, and 2 covers, and 3 covers, and 4 covers, and 5 covers. RuneScape, Untold Tales of the God Wars. This was a victim of a damage weeks ago, and I finally got replacements. Of course, those are both special orders, so, made me nervous. Secret Six. Sam and Twitch Compendium from the Spawn universe. Let's see, the whole first series, the whole second series, and then a mini series. Again, there is some wonderfully moody, really interesting art in that compendium. Spider-Gwen. Amazing Spider-Man. And then a World of Reading level 1 for Spidey and his amazing friends. There's actually 4 stories collected in that book. Storm Disaster Alert from National Geographic Kids. That's a level 1. Immortal Thor. Superman's Good Guy Gang. It's a hardcover and it's sealed. I'm not sure why. I'm probably going to unseal it from the shelf. Teen Titans Go. Transformers. That's a 8th printing of number 2. That's a 6th printing of number 3. It's hard to keep up with all the printings. 2nd printing of number 18. And 2 covers there. I do have a guy that likes all the covers. All New Venom. Walking Dead Deluxe. Winx Club Magic Battle. Wolverines and Deadpools. This is at least cute. It's 2 generations of Wolverines and 2 generations of Deadpools. And a couple of covers. It's just those 3. And then Ultimate Wolverine. From DC's Finest line, Wonder Woman, The Legend of Wonder Woman. There is just a ton of Trina Robbins art in this book. She was the first female credited on a Wonder Woman series. Trina holds several important places in history. Absolute Wonder Woman number 2. This is it's very fun. 4th printing. Finally got around to reprinting number 2. That's good. Uncanny X-Men Prelude to a Future Past. This contains Uncanny X-Men 141 and 142, which is Days of Future Past. And also a short story that Chris Claremont wrote decades later that features Bishop and a couple of characters that were created well after Days of Future Past, but would have had a hand in Days of Future Past. And they collected it in a deluxe hardback a million years ago, and now they're just doing this handy little floppy version. X-Men. And then X-Men Hellfire Vigil. This is the follow-up to the nastiness that happened a year ago for the X-Men. And Zootopia. And then we go back over here for a just lovely, lovely thing. I'm not the only one that likes omnibuses, so shush. The Authority Omnibus. This is volume 1. There's a volume 2 coming, and I'm excited about all of it because it was crazy good and it was crazy fun and it was just plain crazy. And some really interesting characters, some wild cosmology kind of stuff, universes and how they connect, and fun powers for characters. Just really well done, and it wasn't the standard, and then it sort of became the standard later on. But bunch of fun. I'm getting one. Customers getting one. This is quite a thing. I'm enjoying them collecting a little more of the Wildstorm stuff, the Jim Lee stuff from days of yore, because some of it was just astoundingly good. And I love being able to point people to it. Whether it's in that big hardback version or the DC Combat Series version. Doesn't matter. It's good reading. So that is everything for this week. Again, closed on Friday for July 4th. And if you see something, let me know. I'll try and get it for you. Subscribers, pick up your books. Not the ones that are apologizing, the ones that don't talk to me. The ones that haven't been in. You know who you are. I'll also be touching base with you, don't worry. In case you have to be reminded who you are. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.